We're in a pickle, bros.
What does that mean? You've said two things so far. Daisy chain in a pickle. I don't know.
Pickle is just like a difficult situation. I'll explain the other one to you later, but I don't know if we have time to get into all the idioms right now in the human languages.
I'm not asking problem. Just two of them. Hold your horses, buddy. Oh,
Daisy chain. We chain ourselves.
You got him doing it now. I don't know what these horse creatures are.
Daisy chain was exactly what Bugman did with me.
I did. Yeah, I knew that one.
What's your name, by the way?
My name's Ziddix.
Ziddix? I'm Soren.
Hi, Soren.
How are you guys doing? What are your names?
Neither of us heard, because you're talking telepathically, right? So neither of us just
Well,
heard
he
you.
doesn't have telepathy.
I don't have telepathy.
Yeah, but he does, so you're speaking with him, asking him his name, right?
It's up to him. I mean, like, how you
Can he broadcast
just
to
kind
all
of
of us?
Speaking.
Could he broadcast to all of us?
Yeah, is it like an open channel?
It's no. The way that the limited telepathy works is like, if
Point to point.
yeah, it's a single person connection. If you were trying to do it to multiple people, it would be like trying to listen to multiple conversations happening at the same time. So unfortunately, you can't talk to everybody at once, but you can talk to like one individual within a certain radius.
So you could just tell us. And then...
Right, you could relay
Well,
information back
I'm
and forth.
speaking.
But
Yeah,
he's just
out
speaking
loud.
systematically. So
Okay, yeah, I could just speak out loud then.
Yeah, you got that voice modulator.
Yeah, I do. I do have one voice augmentation.
What does it sound like?
Like a proper gent.
Oh, hello, gentlemen.
Just like a normal guy.
Chip, chip,
But
cheerio.
it'll kind of
Yeah.
scratch out sometimes because it's only level 1 modulators.
Or like one word in the sentence is just spoken like Siri.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing?
So what's your name? Ziddix?
Ziddix.
What's your name?
Soren.
What's your name?
Do you want to know what was that, Billy? It's up to you.
I mean, it's your name.
I suppose I did already say your name.
Yeah, you kind of blew the cover on that one.
I did.
Good thinking.
Hey man, I didn't know there was anybody else here at the time. I was-
Yeah. Well, my name's Ted. I don't know if you overheard him, but
And I'm Skada.
Good to meet you, Tet and Skada. Kind of looking like if whatever caused that mess in there, we might be going into a fight or two. So, just want you guys to be aware.
yeah, heavyweight champion of the universe right here.
Hey.
Little guy, no weapons. Let's do this.
Glad to have you on our side, bud.
Sad to say, Ted.
That was sarcasm. Maybe that didn't come across.
I think you're the only one that could fit through there.
You notice it is probably good enough. It's wide enough for you to slide through. It's gonna kind of tear away some of your fur, possibly, but you could fit through.
Could we pull it open? Two of us?
You try.
I'll help.
Yeah.
I'm not very strong.
Combine.
Pretty
Just
strong.
each do an athletics check. We'll say.
Okay.
So you guys slide over.
18.
Athletics?
Mm-hmm.
9.
9. It kind of slides open a little bit more. You guys are able to get it, so he could fit through comfortably. But it still just seems to not be going.
Okay, so you can
Yeah,
go through.
I'm gonna scoot through the doorway and just like get through and then just stop and look around.
Be safe, buddy.
You kind of slowly, like you will say, you're like gliding against the ground, like pulling yourself. So you kind of slide through. You still get a piece of your fur gets caught, and you see it just kind of floats away. You get into the next
Hi, my
room.
friend.
You kind of look around. Perception check.
Put you up there.
Yeah.
That will be a 13.
13. Okay. So.
Get out of your way. Did you see Tony's
As you kind of-
NSA post, Bradshaw?
As you float into here, you notice that this seems to be a
The
series of
entire-
escape pods.
Power of the NSA.
Oh yeah,
And
little
then
sticky
one,
boy.
One little sticky boy.
Yeah.
Are there readouts or displays for these escape pods?
All of them, all the power seems to have been cut off. This room doesn't seem to be responding. You notice that the door is still closed marginally, the one in front of you, but that one panel does seem to have power.
I want to check that panel.
Okay, so go ahead and float in there. And you look behind you and you notice that the one inside here is sparking, but it's got information on it as well.
The one on
This side.
on the inside of the door that he just went through.
Yep.
Okay. So, what are you doing?
I'm gonna just look at the panel, see what its readout is saying, and if I can interact with it.
Okay, perception check.
13 again.
Okay. The readout seems to indicate that the room beyond is the bridge,
Good to know.
I think we're on the right track.
but it seems the door is locked.
Well, then I want to just either interact with it or hack it to try and unlock it.
All right, another computer check.
Let's try a different one this time. Hey, that's
better.
much better. 24.
Okay. You know, you're working through it, and you're already, you saw him succeed in that other one, and you kind of like felt a little wounded that he was able to do it when you couldn't. So you just like, you're really in it. So you bypass security systems, and you see the door open, and right as it opens, kind of like in a slow kind of movement, you see a hand starting to kind of float. It's a green hand, and then all of a sudden it stops. You see bone, flesh floating through. You see it kind of almost as if the hand was like pressed against the door itself, but you see it kind of like slowly kind of rotating. And looking in the room, you guys now see this hand kind of.
Is that a hand?
That looks like a hand.
Skada.
Yeah, but
Skada. Not Nakadaka. Very not Nakadaka.
what do you think you should do about it, bud?
And I'm just gonna like push myself up against the wall back, like the doorway's here, and I'm like right over here, just up against the wall, like
So it's like kind of like just slowly floating. You kind of like veers off a little bit, and it kind of. You guys now see it with a little bit more clarity as it like rotates
snag it?
back.
Just-
yeah, and as it floats by, one of you guys, whichever one you want,
Should we just
grabs
like
it.
go for it at the same time? Do that
Like,
hard?
it's a meet cute.
like,
You
oh.
bump hands and look at each other. Like,
Oh, sorry. So you grab it. And
Yeah.
you grab it. Okay. It is a very scaly hand. Are either of you trained in physical science?
I have a class ability, but I don't have
But
any ranks in it.
I put some points in it.
You put some. Okay, so
I have
I mean, if you have a rank in it, you can try and do
I have a
physical
rank in it.
science. Physical science.
Okay.
check.
Is that just a? Is it 19
19
plus 5?
plus 5. Ooh, 24.
Yep.
Wow. This is definitely a reptilian race. What's surprising to you is you don't recognize the species. Like, you've been around. You've seen many different types of reptilian races. You have no idea.
This
You know,
is
just
new
at
to me.
at a glance, you have no clue.
He has
the,
it. He has
between the muscle tissues, the bones extending into it. What really throws you off is that in like the tiniest patch, you see that seamlessly integrated is a bit of human flesh.
You see this?
He kind of points it out. The majority of it is reptilian, but again, small patch on the underside of the forearm.
That looks like your skin.
It looks like human skin, seamlessly integrated.
How is that possible?
As you do that, you see it turn into reptilian skin. It kind of like.
You see that?
I thought species splicing was outlawed in the Treaty of 41, 365 AD.
I'm not versed in that. I don't know what that means.
Human laws.
Human laws? Okay. I come from a hive mind.
Okay. So, what are you guys doing?
Looks like things here certainly got
Handy.
out of
right?
hand.
Hey.
I'm just gonna glance back.
Buzz
at
isn't
that.
here to laugh at that one, so I don't know what you're doing.
Okay. So,
Get off the tent.
How do we get?
I'm gonna just like peek my head around the corner and look into the area that's the quote unquote bridge.
into the room beyond?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep trying to with this door.
Okay. One more athletics check.
I'm gonna. Yeah, let's
You want
do
to
that.
do it?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh, that was a bad one. 13.
For me too. Not good.
How much did you guys get?
I got a 13.
I got 4 plus. It was athletics.
Yep.
6. So not good.
For the sake of it, we'll say that with your previous efforts in this, you're able to get it.
It loosened it. We loosened it. We got it.
Okay.
We did
So
it,
you
boys.
peek into the room beyond. You see, this is definitely the bridge. You see several panels of control stations. One over here, one over here. You see a captain's chair in the middle, and you see what appears to be most likely the pilot's area here. There's panels, viewports that have blast shields up. Dark room.
I'm just gonna like look around the room, double check that there's no figures that I can see.
Perception check.
That's an 11.
You don't see anything to the left. You don't see anything to the right. You notice the tiniest bump variation in the chair, almost as if there was a figure sitting in it.
I'm just gonna push myself into the room, keep my eyes on the yoke of
And you
the
guys-
.
It's kind of three-tiered. You got the entrance here. That's the flat section. We'll say it is like this. This is the same level as this. It descends to about there for the captain's chair, and it kind of like goes out like this. And this bottom part here is where like the pilot's seat is, and that's like one level lower. There's only a like slight height difference of like a couple feet between them, but it's like a sloping downward angle.
Yep.
So what are you doing?
I just push myself into the room like here, just heading directly towards like the yoke and the piloting seat.
Acrobatics check. And all of you guys that are
We're
moving through.
going through the pod bay.
Okay. And you notice that it seems to be
It's only a 9.
only a 9.
You coming too?
You kind of
Yeah.
you push through, and as you get even with the chair, you kind of like turn, and in true like horror movie fashion, you come face to face with a face that looks half corroded, and you see flesh on this side with
Norman
a bare
Bates'
eye
mom.
socket, and kind of that like kind of like pushes you, and you kind of like lose your like orientation, and you end up like bouncing to kind of like this corner, and you like bounce against the blast shield, and luckily it holds, but you kind of like catch yourself at the last minute, but you're like now like in the kind of upper portion of that room right there. And as you guys float in, you kind of see him just like staring at the captain's seat, and you all kind of see that little bump.
Can I see if he's missing a hand?
You move into the room.
Yeah.
Acrobatics check.
So, whoa, buddy, don't lose your head.
The head's still there. It's just like
No, to
down to the bone, and like it's kind of a segue
17
into flesh and things like that.
Plus 8.
17 plus 8.
Yeah.
He's not missing a hand.
He's not missing a hand.
No. You kind of look that figure over. You see both hands are intact, though you notice that there's a huge lesion across the top of his torso, kind of going across this way, and it's just like you can see it's deep into the cavity of his torso.
Can I do a medicine?
Absolutely.
I want to.
Go ahead and roll a medicine check. What are you trying to determine? Just to, kind of.
What caused that?
Go ahead.
What is mysticism used for?
Spiritual kind of like things.
13 plus 4.
13 plus 4, 17.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it's kind of frustrating. You don't know what caused it, like species-wise, but you do know it seems to be some sort of jaw structure, and it was powerful. You see this person was wearing some heavy armor, and you see it punched through. You see shattered bone inside the torso. What makes you more concerned is, besides the immediate kind of areas, like just kind of floating freeform, there's next to no fluids in the body.
He's drained of fluids.
That you kind of peer into the cut, and you notice that the soft tissue, it's like almost dry.
Okay. Can I inspect the corpse?
Like just searching it.
Search his body for other things?
Sure, go ahead.
What do I do?
Perception check.
Okay.
What are you two doing?
I want to do a mysticism check to see if I can pick up on any, I guess, residual
4.
emotional energy from
I'm not really perceptive today.
this somewhat obvious attack.
So yeah, mysticism, you educate in the fields of magic, religion, the planes, spellcasting, so you can identify magic items, spells, and make magic items yourself. So it's kind of like just what you use mysticism for.
So I could check to see if his wound is like a
And
magic
you can
wound of
recall
some sort.
knowledge about alchemical theory, arcane symbols, deities, magical traditions, the planes, religious traditions, symbols, like related topics to mysticism, like magic and religion.
Okay.
So are you trying to do that on the corpse itself?
Yeah, I kind of want to see if, I guess, his fluids being drained or anything was like, I guess, ritualistic. Or,
Mysticism check.
yeah, or if
Gotcha.
the wound was.
I'm moving over by my buddy.
Okay.
Nope.
Quick acrobatics check.
7.
Doesn't seem to be anything ritualistic or mystical about this. This is just pure violence.
Gotcha.
12.
12. You kind of, maneuver over to him. As you're maneuvering over, you do notice that the piloting area
Mm-hmm.
is very, very faintly, seems to have power to it. You can see the outline of the console seems to have power.
Boys, looks like this baby still got power.